Hey guys, welcome back. It's Angela. This vlog is about the Damnuan Sarawak floating market outside of Bangkok. So if you want to go to that floating market, there are several, but this is the biggest one. If you want to go to that one, you need to travel outside of Bangkok, and it's about 1 hour 40 minutes to the place and 1 hour 40 minutes back. So 1 hour 40 to 2 hours, and it's 500 baht to the place, 500 baht back. So it's 1,000 baht in total, which is about $40 Singapore. Now that's not cheap, you guys. So I believe all these taxi drivers, they actually charge us really high because we're tourists. Anything more than 500, you know you're being scammed, definitely, for sure. So if you can get something around 400, please grab it, because these people, they really charge you very high rates because they don't want to do that much work. So they just want to bring you and they are set, you know what I mean? So the taxi driver will more or less wait for you the whole day, so he doesn't need to go and get other tourists. His day is set. And this taxi driver brought us to a place where they sold the tickets to the floating market, and it was exorbitantly high. It was 4,000 baht for the place. We went on a Monday, which is our fault. We did not know that it's only very crowded on Saturdays and Sundays, and that on Monday, most of the shops are closed, and they were more or less closed. It was like a deserted town. In terms of shops, all the shops sell the same things. Same clothes, same bags, same handicraft, same food, same paintings. Every shop you go is the same. So if you've seen 3 shops, that's enough, you guys. And they bargain very little, and they start at a very high price when they actually quote you. So for a hat, which I bought, very expensive, it's a hat made of coconut leaves or some leaf, and that one cost me about $18 Singapore. So they start at 500 baht, and then they'll slowly reduce. But they will still not give you a good price. So don't worry about trying to be cheap. You guys just try to be cheap. That's fine, because they're not going to sell it to you anyway. And then, yeah, so back to what the taxi driver did for us. He brought us to the place where there was no other option. He didn't bring us to the main market, because you can actually go to the main market by car. But he brought us to this canal, where there was this guy selling us tickets to the market, the large market, the small market, and a coconut plantation. And in total, each person was to pay 4,000. So 4,000 for me, 4,000 for my husband. So that is about, when I converted it, it's about 150 plus about 155 Singapore dollars. Which, you know, you guys, this is too much. They call this place the Venice of the East. I've been to Venice. This is totally not Venice at all. Venice is, you know, it's full of architecture, beautiful architecture, historical monuments, things like that. And this place is a village around a river, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see such a thing. But the tourism here has totally ruined the beauty of this place, with the very high prices and the scamming, and it's just not as beautiful as it once was. And I have to say that the guy was really dishonest. He didn't tell us that the large market was actually closed. So he gave us the only option, which was that 4,000 baht ticket that allowed us to go to the large market, because we had no idea the large market would mainly be closed. So yeah, had a very bad time in this place, really. I was so excited about this place, and I was the most disappointed when I saw how much of our money was really cheated out of us because we were tourists. And after this was our last day at Thailand, so we just rested. We went for our massage. Massages in Thailand is great because it's like, for 1 hour you just spend $10 Singapore. It's about 250 to 300 baht for 1 hour. They've got really good massage places because they're well known for their massage. Some people are good, some people are not that great. But yeah, our whole trip, we actually went for massages, which made the trip much more worthwhile. In Singapore, I think you get 1 hour of massage, it's $30. Yeah, so you do the math. We also went for the tailoring in Thailand. My husband went for tailoring. He got some trousers tailored for him, and they are really, really good quality materials and very well fitting, and done in about 5 days. So that was at this place called Raja's Fashions, and it's a really nice place, Very good customer care. They do things really well as well. Good quality. So you're not going to get this kind of quality in Singapore. So the tailoring wise, I think it's really worth it. It's, I think, about half price of what you'd get in Singapore. But really good quality, I have to say. It's really worth your money going there for tailoring. A lot of people frequent that place, Raja's Fashions. And then that was about it for our last day. The massage and just sightseeing, shopping around. And we took our taxi to the airport. That cost us, I think, about $5.40 because they charge an extra $40 for the toll. And that's also not cheap, you guys. So if you want to, just bargain. They're not going to, don't feel about it. Don't feel bad about it because they're not going to charge you anything less than what they expect. So, or anything less than what they need. Because there are so many taxis, you can just find another one. Don't worry about it. And, the jam, you need to worry about the traffic jam a bit, so remember to leave early. Once you pass the traffic jam though, it's fine. The jam is mainly in the town area, which is similar to Singapore's Orchard Road. It's got the Palladium Mall, Platinum Mall, Pratunam Market, all of these places, which we actually already shopped at on the days earlier. And also Chatuchak is not in this area, but Chatuchak is another place to go and shop. If you've been to Thailand, you definitely would have been there. I went there on both days of the weekend, so I managed to get what I wanted. The whole trip, you guys, I think was not really worth it. I don't think it was that great. It just made me feel really sad about traveling to a country that just was interested in pulling out as much money as they could out of tourists. It was quite sad. That's how I felt in Bangkok. But we did buy stuff. I did buy stuff. It's not much cheaper than Singapore, just a little bit cheaper. So in the end, I think I would still go to Malaysia to buy stuff because they don't charge very exorbitant rates because they're not interested in tourists as much. They are there to serve their own people. So because of that, I think, yeah, it's I would still go to Malaysia. Thailand, or rather Bangkok, is not very different from Philippines, not very different from Singapore, Malaysia, or Indonesia, as far as I have seen. It's very similar. Maybe a little bit more colorful, maybe a little bit more different in terms of like Buddhism. But other than that, I think it's very similar. So, yeah, that's about it, you guys. Sorry that it sounds a bit depressing, but I want to let you guys know that there are some realities you have to be aware of, like taxi drivers charging you really high rates, and also things not being as cheap as you may think. If you come from any country in Southeast Asia, it's probably not very cheap for you, but maybe in the US or something, it might be cheap for you, just to let you know. For UK, definitely this place is cheap for you guys. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video and it was useful to you. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye! Yeah.
Video
Yeah. Yeah, எங்க சார் எடுக்க சொன்னேன் அதுக்கு வந்துருச்சுங்களா எங்க இருக்குங்க
தெரியல we got to walk there before.
அதுதான் எடுக்கிறேன் Cute Airways. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you do. Yeah.